Alright, this video is going to explain how to sharpen a lawnmower blade. Very simple thing to do. Figure do it once a year. You can do it in the spring when you first do it, or when you first bring it out to mow, and I always do it in the fall just so I don't have to do it in the spring when I'm winterizing it, because that's when I'm already doing work on it anyway. So today we're going to be sharpening the blade on this lawn boy. First step, get something heavy like this slide hammer box. Put the handle down on the ground and put that right there. Make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. There we go. Then, look under the lawnmower. There's a big ass nut right there, and you need to blow it off. You can try to use a breaker bar, and you might have some luck. I just use an impact wrench, which needs some pressure. It's probably also a good idea to disconnect your spark plug wire. I never do. I've never had an issue, but it might start when you're turning the nut. It might actually turn the motor over and have it start. So I never do, but you should do it. And if you don't do it and you cut your finger off, don't come on to me, because I told you to do it. Okay, and just pop that sucker off there. There you go. Got your blade off. So here's the boring part. You can either use a flat file or a hand grinder, angle grinder, whatever you want to call it. I prefer to use a blade that isn't messed up. I'll use the flat file. I find that I can get a sharper tip or a sharper edge on the blade. But if you have a blade that's really banged up, looks like it's got a bunch of dents in it or something, like it hit rocks and roots or something like that, then you probably want to use a grinder because it'll work faster. And then maybe finish off with the flat file to get a nice sharp finish. Now this one's already been done, but basically all you're doing is you're gonna hold it like this. I'm trying to get an even edge all the way across, and then just feel it until it feels sharp enough that you wouldn't want to slide your finger along it, and that's probably sharp enough because all you're cutting is grass. And then do the same on the other side, and then you're done. Now is the step of balancing the blade. Now, I have never had to balance a blade. I always check them, but you just get something like a spark plug, and you stick it in the middle, and you see if the blade sits horizontally, and this one does. It's not like it's pulling down on this side, which means that this side would be heavy, in which case you'd file down this side. But this one's fine, just like every other blade that I've ever done. So now you can reinstall it. So make sure you get all your right spacers and holder things. Got this little tapered piece that goes onto the crank and engages with the blade. Special mulch attachment thing. I don't really know what it does, but I'll put it back on. And lastly, the nut. Here it is. Let's just slide all this over the crank. Put that nut on. As much as you can by hand. Now you're ready to tighten the nut back up. And there you go. Ready to go mow again.